So can you still daily drive a Dodge Challenger RT in 2022? Well, the answer is yes, and I'm just gonna let you know what it's like. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I just wanted to make a video explaining what it's like daily driving a Dodge Challenger RT nowadays. So as most of you know, the gas prices went up a lot recently, and that's the first thing that I wanted to mention with daily driving the Dodge Challenger RT. So if you guys haven't seen my previous videos explaining how much I spend on gas and all that sort of things, I'm just gonna do a quick recap. So usually what I used to pay for a tank for my car was around $70 to $80 Canadian, which converted to US is that amount. And nowadays I spent over $130 Canadian for a tank. So the prices went up almost double for gas. And that's one of the downside of owning a big V8 like the Dodge Challenger RT. Right now it's a good thing because it's summer and my average has went down. So I'm averaging around 14 liters per 100 kilometers, which is that amount in miles per gallon. But for the winter, it's gonna be really bad. Usually I average around 19 to 20 liters per 100 kilometers, which is that in miles per gallon. So I'm not looking forward to that. And I'm usually at the gas station around every 7 to 10 days, but that's because I don't really drive it that much. I only drive it for fun. Like I don't need to drive it to go to work or anything like that. So I'm saving money like that. But still, 7 to 10 days is not too good. I know some cars that you don't even need to fill up for more than 2 weeks or 3 weeks at a time. And when they do fill up, it's half the price. But it's definitely worth it for that sound. Definitely worth it. The next thing that I wanted to talk about with daily drivability is actually just the interior space. And since the Dodge Challenger is actually a 5-seater, I actually wanted to test out going in the back seat with my seating position. As for a reference, I'm actually 6'2", so my seat is pretty much backed up a lot, and I'll just try to see what it's like sitting behind me. So I'll get in the car by the passenger side since I don't want to move my seat and I won't be able to sneak in the back without moving my seat. Oh, I also just got my car detailed, so the back is pretty clean, but usually it gets dirty. Yeah, now it's dirty. All right, so that's the amount of space that I have behind me. All right, so not too bad. I actually have a lot of headroom, surprisingly. Leg room, on the other hand, not as much. But I really wouldn't mind sitting in the back seat if it was just for a quick ride. Or if you were someone shorter, you could actually fit pretty reasonably back here. So the Challenger actually has a lot of interior space. All right, now I need to try to get out. I'll catch you guys when I'm... As for maintenance on this car, the car's been pretty much rock solid. I haven't had any major problems with it, other than the one problem that I had with the check engine light that got resolved. And if you want to know what it was, make sure to check out the video that I made on it. But yeah, after owning it for 2 years today, it actually makes 2 years that I bought the car. That's the only time that I had an issue with it. The only maintenance costs, or just cost to service the car, is basically doing the oil changes, and that's pretty much it. There is some wear and tear. Like, one thing that I noticed is the thing that seals the hood here starting to fall off. Like right here I have it tucked in, and it's actually starting to fall off on the other side. So that's something that I can replace. That's probably pretty cheap, but other than that normal wear and tear, the car's in pretty good shape. And while we're at the front of the car, this car picks up a lot of bugs. that's definitely one of the worst part with washing this car, since the whole car gets pretty dirty easily, but especially the front bumper with all the bugs. That just happens every time you drive, and it's really hard to scrape them all off to clean it. Another thing that might be good to know if you want to daily drive this car is if it's good in pretty much all the different weather. So if there's rain, if there's snow, or if you're just on a bumpy road or not the best road, like maybe this one. And the car actually really handles well in the rain and in the snow. I know it's a rear-wheel drive, but there's ways that you can make the car get some better traction. Like, for example, what I did for my summer tires, I have some 275s, and those wider tires really do make a difference in getting traction. And for the winter, I just have some winter tires, and I actually put some weight in the trunk to just help the car get better traction. So all in all, the Dodge Challenger RT is a car that you can drive all year long. Since I had previously made a video explaining what it's like daily driving this car, I definitely recommend you check it out if you want to know more things. This is just a little update on what it's like driving nowadays. And if you want to know other things about the car or what it's like daily driving, or any other questions that you may have, make sure to leave a comment or send me a DM on Instagram at BlueBeastRT. I make sure to check every message. So thanks everyone for watching. Have a good one. Oh, and if you choose to go for wider tires, just know that it picks up a lot more rocks. And if your tires are wider than the mud flaps on your car, or if you don't have mud flaps on your car, the rocks are just gonna flick on the side of your car and can cause some scratches. So that's one thing to note that you should really consider before buying those wider tires, but still definitely worth it.